Have you ever thought about what you'll leave behind, not just in terms of possessions or wealth, but in terms of the impact you've made and the memories you've created? At this stage in life, it's natural to reflect on the legacy we're building. Maybe you've spent decades working hard, raising a family, and navigating life's challenges. Now, as you look ahead, you might be wondering how to turn your passions and hobbies into something that lasts, a mark of who you are that future generations can appreciate and learn from. You know, hobbies are more than just a way to pass the time. They're an expression of your creativity, your dedication, and your unique spirit. Whether it's painting, woodworking, gardening, storytelling, or something entirely different, your hobbies are part of who you are. But what if they could be more than just a personal joy? What if they could become something truly meaningful, something that carries your essence long after you're gone? In this video, we're going to talk about 4 inspiring ways to transform your hobbies into a lasting legacy. These ideas aren't just about preserving your passion, they're about sharing it with others and making an impact that endures. So, let's start with the first idea that can truly make a difference. One of the most powerful ways to create a lasting legacy through your hobbies is by teaching what you love. Think about it. Your skills and knowledge are valuable treasures that others would love to learn from. Whether it's knitting intricate patterns, crafting beautiful pottery, or playing a musical instrument, there's someone out there who would be thrilled to learn from you. You can start small, maybe by offering workshops at your local community center, hosting classes in your own living room, or even recording simple tutorial videos to share online. Imagine the joy of seeing someone else master the craft that you've spent years perfecting. Not only does it keep your passion alive, but it also passes down your skills to younger generations who might not have discovered them otherwise. Plus, teaching is a beautiful way to build connections, connecting with people who appreciate your work and want to learn from your experience. Now, let's move on to the second idea, creating something tangible that tells your story. Have you ever considered compiling your works into a collection? It could be a photo album of your gardening projects, a cookbook filled with family recipes, or a scrapbook documenting your journey as an artist. These tangible pieces of your story become family heirlooms, treasured not just for the content, but for the memories and emotions they hold. For instance, if you're passionate about painting, you might put together a portfolio that showcases your evolution as an artist. Or if woodworking is your craft, you could write down the stories behind each piece you've created, the inspiration, the challenges, and the personal meaning behind your favorite projects. Imagine your grandchildren flipping through those pages one day, gaining insight not only into your craft, but into your life and values. Creating something tangible isn't just about preserving your work. It's about capturing your heart and soul in a way that resonates with others. It's an opportunity to show the depth of your passion and leave behind something that holds sentimental and educational value for generations to come. As we've covered the first 2 ideas, teaching your passion and creating a tangible collection, it's clear that turning hobbies into a legacy is not just about preserving skills, but about creating lasting connections and stories that speak to who you are. Now that we've explored these concepts, we'll move on to even more inspiring ways to turn your hobbies into a lasting legacy. Now that we've talked about teaching your passion and creating something tangible to tell your story, let's dive into the next inspiring way to turn your hobbies into a legacy, sharing your journey through storytelling. Have you ever sat down and told someone how you first got into your favorite hobby? Maybe it started when you were a child, watching your parents or grandparents practice a craft. Or perhaps it was something you discovered later in life, something that brought you peace, excitement, or a sense of purpose. Your journey matters, and it's worth sharing because stories have a way of connecting people on a deep emotional level. One way to do this is by writing a memoir or recording your stories on video. It doesn't have to be a formal autobiography, just honest, heartfelt reflections on your experiences. You can talk about the challenges you faced when learning your craft, the mistakes you made along the way, and the triumphs that made it all worthwhile. Think about the joy of recounting those little moments that shaped your journey, the times you almost gave up, the breakthroughs that made you smile, and the lessons that made you wiser. If writing feels daunting, consider recording your thoughts on audio or video. Sit down with a cup of tea, turn on the camera, and just speak from the heart. Talk about why your hobby means so much to you, how it has shaped your life, and what you hope others can learn from it. These recordings don't need to be perfect. they just need to be real. Future generations will appreciate hearing your voice and seeing your face, feeling like they're right there with you, listening to your stories. Another powerful option is to compile these stories into a small book or a series of videos, which you can share with your family, friends, or even a broader audience online. Whether you're sharing your journey as a gardener, a woodworker, a musician, or a painter, your experiences hold wisdom that others will find both relatable and inspiring. Now, let's move on to the fourth and final idea: mentoring the next generation. Sharing your passion through teaching is one thing, but mentoring goes even deeper. It's about building a relationship and guiding someone as they develop their own skills and confidence. It's about being that encouraging presence, that wise friend who not only teaches techniques, but also shares life lessons along the way. Think about someone in your community who shows a spark of interest in what you love to do. Maybe it's a grandchild who's curious about your garden, or a neighbor who admires your handmade crafts. Take them under your wing, show them the ropes, but also share the passion behind the process. Let them see not just how it's done, but why it matters. Mentoring doesn't have to be formal or time-consuming. It can be as simple as inviting someone over to join you while you work on your latest project, or giving them a few tips whenever they express interest. You'll be amazed at how those small moments can make a big impact. Not only will you be passing down your skills, but you'll also be planting seeds of passion and curiosity that might blossom into something beautiful in their own lives. And here's something truly special. Mentoring builds relationships that last. Years from now, those you've mentored will remember your guidance and the lessons you taught them, not just about the craft itself, but about perseverance, creativity, and the value of dedication. Turning your hobbies into a legacy isn't just about preserving your skills or accomplishments. It's about sharing a part of your heart and soul. Whether you're teaching, storytelling, creating tangible memories, or mentoring, you're leaving behind a piece of yourself that will continue to inspire long after you're gone. Now that we've explored these inspiring ideas, there's just one thing left to do: put them into action. Think about which of these ideas resonates with you the most, and take that first step toward making your hobby a legacy. Your passion deserves to be shared, and your story deserves to be told. It's incredible to think about the lasting impact your hobbies can have, not just on your life, but on the lives of others. We've already talked about teaching your craft, creating tangible memories, sharing your journey through storytelling, and mentoring the next generation. Now, let's bring it all together with a powerful message that ties your legacy into something truly meaningful. You see, turning your hobbies into a legacy isn't just about the skills or projects themselves. It's about creating connections that endure beyond your lifetime. It's about passing down not just what you do, but why you do it. Your passion carries a story, a purpose, and a message that can inspire those who come after you. Imagine someone years from now, maybe your grandchild, or even a stranger who came across your story, picking up one of your handcrafted pieces or reading your memoir. They'll feel that spark of passion you poured into it, that dedication you showed through every brushstroke, every stitch, every melody played. Your legacy becomes more than just an artifact. It becomes a testament to your love for what you did and how it shaped your life. One beautiful thing about leaving behind a legacy rooted in your hobbies is that it keeps your spirit alive in the hearts of others. Think about how your hobbies have shaped you, how they've brought you joy, taught you resilience, or given you comfort during tough times. Those are the feelings that will be passed on long after you're gone. And it's not just about creating something to remember you by. It's also about inspiring others to find their own passions, to follow their own creative paths, whether it's your children, grandchildren, friends, or even people you've never met. Your story can become a source of motivation for them to explore their own talents and dreams. Now, as you reflect on the ideas we've discussed, take a moment to think about what speaks to your heart the most. Is it teaching your craft to a curious learner, recording your stories on video, or writing them down for future generations? Creating beautiful, tangible pieces that carry your signature touch? Or mentoring someone who shares your passion? Whatever it is, take that first step today. Sometimes we hesitate because we think our story isn't important enough or our skills aren't exceptional. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Your story matters because it's uniquely yours. Your hobbies are more than just activities. They're a part of who you are, and sharing that part of yourself can make a difference in someone else's life. So, go ahead and start small. Share your favorite recipe with your grandchild and teach them how to make it just the way you do. Film a short video explaining how you fell in love with gardening or painting and what it means to you. Invite a friend over to show them your latest woodworking project and explain the techniques you've mastered over the years. These little actions add up to something powerful, a legacy that reflects your heart, your journey, and your passion. And remember, it's never too late to start. Whether you've been doing your hobby for decades or just recently discovered it, you have something valuable to share. Embrace that truth and let it guide you as you build a legacy that will be cherished for years to come. Finally, if this video inspired you or made you think differently about your hobbies, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and stories. And if you're looking for more ideas on how to live your best life after 65, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We're here to encourage you, support you, and remind you that your story is worth telling. Here's to leaving behind a legacy that's as vibrant and meaningful as you are. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.